Good morning, everyone. Eric here from Nomadic Fanatic. It has been a moist 3 days of summer here in Ohio, and unfortunately, today's the day they have already canceled the big event today. They do not hold this event in the rain that I'm going to. I think they're pretty pissed that Nomadic Fanatic showed up in Ohio in the middle of the summer and canceled the Soapbox Derby. I'm still gonna stop by. I wanna check the arena out, the field, the track and stuff, and just kind of see what's going on there. Maybe there's a gift shop or something, and then we'll move it on down the road and put on some miles today because it is going to be a moist one. It's unbelievable. It's pretty funny, actually. Pretty darn funny. It's not, it might look cold too. It's gonna be 87 degrees today. It's 84 right now, so it's warm and humid, but raining. And no race. Awesome. Okay. It's my last day in Ohio. We are gonna get out of Ohio. So thanks for joining me, guys. We'll be uploading this video with some Nomad internet. I'll put a link below in the video description if you need some. Let's get on the road. I almost got in trouble there, guys. I turned down a road where I thought I could get to the Soapbox Derby entrance for the Hall of Fame and Museum. There was like a one lane with two cones. Security said, "What are you doing here?" Thought it was pretty self-explanatory. I'm coming to see the museum. No, it's all shut down for COVID. COVID? We're still doing the COVID? So apparently the Soapbox Derby, although they did cancel all their races today, they're only racing privately. There's no events. You have to sign up for your registration time, and then you race down that hill in your Soapbox Derby all by yourself with no spectators. So that's how they are continuing. I really was not expecting that. I figured I could go stand there. But anyway, that's the famous hill over there where you go down in your really fast soapbox car that you built with your dad, and things have changed here in 2021. So nothing to see. Can't even go in the museum. Can't even get a magnet. Can't even drive next to it. Okay. Maybe we can check that out another year when things are a little more back to normal. We're in Akron, Ohio now. Got one more stop I want to make. Oh, that's why there was no tickets available. It's not just because they don't do it in the rain. There's no spectators allowed. All right, Ohio. I need you to think about what you did. And welcome to historic downtown Akron, Ohio, which is completely tore up right now here on Main Street, or whatever street we're on, the main drag here. Yeah, looks like no construction today. I gotta wait till it dries out a little bit. Driving an RV through downtown Akron. Boy, I'm brave or stupid. We'll see here. We'll see. I guess I'm supposed to fit in this right lane, but not even close. These are tiny, narrow little roads here. Looking for Adamore Avenue here. Adamore Avenue. Driving in the city with the RV and everything was nothing compared to trying to navigate this beast through these tiny neighborhoods with low clearance everywhere. However, guys, here on this corner right here on Adamore Street in Akron, Ohio, I don't know what the cross street is because they only label one street, but that is famous Dr. Bob's house there. Who's Dr. Bob, Eric? Well, how about the founder of Alcoholics Anonymous? Yes, Dr. Bob started Alcoholics Anonymous, AA, right there at that house right there. I personally, I'm not a quitter, so I'm not going to go check it out. I'm going to put on some miles and go check out some more stuff because we got to get out of Ohio today. Guys, look at this adorable puppy here at the rest area. He's an old English bulldog puppy with a scrunchy face. And his name's Airy, is that what you said? Mm-hmm. Airy. All right, go home and see your big brother. Just pulled off here at the rest area, switching back to the GoPro. It's more waterproof and everything, and I think I'm gonna make a sandwich real quick. I gotta share something else with you about Miranda the RV. I know in the end of my last video, I just told you the ticking and exhaust leaks back. Oh, living the RV life, man, never ends. This slide, I came out this morning, and even though I didn't touch it, this wall was in, this wall was sticking out 2 or 3 inches right there. It's also, you can see the gap right there compared to the gap right there. I guess you can't really see it there. Yeah, Robert and I had also talked about doing 2 slide deletes. Literally, once I'm somewhere where we can do this, yank out the whole slide, tear it apart, put the normal wall back in with the window, and get rid of all this crap. I'd have to rewire up the propane for the oven, but, you know, with the slide in, I can't function anything down there. I can't really do dishes unless I lean over and, like, get a stool to step on and then do dishes like this. But, why can't they just build quality RVs, you know? I just need to build my own RV. That's what I need to do. We got in my freezer here, we got chicken, we got tater tots. These are kind of my new go-to for breakfast. I mean, I still make eggs and bacon sometimes, but these are just too easy. Little frozen bacon, egg, and cheese croissant. Wrap it up in a paper towel here. Pop it in the microwave here, because we can run our microwave off solar at the rest area. And 1 minute, 30 seconds. And that was pretty easy for breakfast, huh? My breakfast is easy, Jax. Where's your sister? She's still hiding? Build my own RV? Wait a minute. That might be kind of fun. That might not be a bad idea. Just need a blank palette. Something I can just start with, build it. Let's let that guy cool off, and then I'm gonna stick it right in my Murph. You know it, Jax. That's what I do. It's what I do. You want some breakfast too? Well, you already had breakfast. You want lunch? Okay. All right, so we are heading to Toledo. That is Cleveland right in front of us, and I am not stopping in Cleveland on this trip. I'm going right through. We're gonna hang a sharp left here, get on I-90 West, and head over to Toledo. That's my plan. Still raining out here. Yep. Put on some miles. Whoa, weird. It never rained here. I'm not to Toledo just yet, but everything's dry. There's blue skies. I literally outran the rain today. Scored. I'm feeling pretty smart right now. Yup. But you know what? This whole trip, ever since I left and made that comment about building my own RV, like, you have no idea what 11 years of crummy RVs has taught me, and all the things I've learned and thought about. And man, what do you guys think? Should I go find a blank slate schoolie? Or even if it has the seats, I'll pull out all the seats and we'll build a Nomadic Fanatic RV, the best, most durable RV. What do you think? Tell me in the comments below if you think that's a good idea, if that's something you'd like to watch. Maybe like a 2 or 3 month build. And yeah, sounds like a good idea to me. I'll have to come up with a budget too, but I know Robert would come help me. He's got the old bussy that he built. It's beautiful. I could really use some of his help, and we could just park Miranda for a little bit until we can wait for those parts. I don't know. Something to think about. For now, we're heading north. That's Sandusky Bay on both sides of Highway 2 here. And we're getting close to Lake Erie now. But again, I'm heading to Toledo. Yep. What do you think, Jax? No thoughts? Just gonna sleep the whole trip away. Man, you're working hard over there. Okay, I'll leave you alone. All right, man. Good old farmlands out there. I don't know what they're growing, but we are on a 2-lane back road right now. And it's a beautiful afternoon. Still not doing too well with Passport America campgrounds this time of year. I guess you really do got to plan that out in advance and know exactly where you're going to go way before summer hits. So I have 3 options tonight after we get parked eventually. My options are Bass Pro Shop, Walmart, Camping World, or Cracker Barrel. I forgot, there's 4 options. So those are my 4 options. The bonus is Camping World has a free dump station for members. They don't have drinking water though. So is it worth the detour? Is it worth staying at Camping World parking lot? just to dump my tanks but not get drinking water? I don't know. All right, well, we have arrived to the village of Genoa. Genoa? I think it's Genoa. First town here on this back road, and I use Google Maps quite often to get an idea for anything that might be historical. Now, I've seen a lot of weird stuff listed as historical. This one here in Genoa, quite an interesting thing. Let me go find it. I think we're turning here. Nope, had to skip that turn. A sign says load limit 5 tons. So 10,000 pounds. My RV is 18,000 pounds, so I couldn't turn there. How about this one? This one we should be okay. Yeah, this street we can turn on too. That's right, 310 Main Street Rear. So, yeah, everybody, so the city of Genoa, Ohio is famous because they have the only registered outhouse that is honored by the Historic Registry. Yes, it's an historic place to poop, okay? It was built in 1870 and ran for 60 years, then restored for the 1976 bicentennial. There's 4 doors, so there's 2 on this side. There's some windows over here, and they have kept it standing for quite some time after the restoration. They've also painted it quite a few times because I can see the old brick there. No longer a place to poop though. Walk around this side. Okay, so I do see 2 chimneys on the roof there. So it was probably open year round. And just gonna go to this side and make sure. Yeah. Oh, cool. There's a little plaque here on this side too. National Register of Historic Places, an outhouse. Okay. Well, that's a new one for you. There's a padlock over here that has a combination lock, so I don't know if maybe someone has access and you can actually see what the inside looks like. That's a really, really old outhouse. Pretty cool though. I'm gonna gas up here in Toledo one last time in Ohio because gas prices actually go back up when you get into Michigan, so I will top off here, but it says Truckers Chapel on it. What the heck? It is. It's literally a chapel for truckers. And you say truckers don't get any love? No. You can come here, get married. Get married right at the truck stop. I mean, I don't know how many weddings they actually do here. They probably have church here every Sunday. But, no, thought I'd seen it all. Okay. All right, well, I'm paying $2.90 a gallon here for regular unleaded. I guess that's not the worst in the country. It's probably also not the best. That's okay. I'm actually going to skip Camping World's dump station. I called them. They don't have drinking water. That's kind of defeats the purpose. You know, if I had both, that'd be great because then I could skip a campground this week and just boondock. But we do have propane here. So I'm gonna fill up my propane, and then later on, maybe in 3, 4, 5 days, I'll find a campground to dump my tanks, get water, and then reset for the week. But yeah, we're gonna head over to Cracker Barrel. Nope, no propane at Flying J once again. A Saturday at 2 o'clock, and nobody to pump propane. It's actually my little ongoing joke. I would say that there is someone that can pump propane at a Flying J or Pilot 1 day a year. 1 day out of 365, do they ever have anybody who can pump propane into your RV? It's pretty stupid, really, but that's also why I top off when I can for propane, when I actually find it available. And usually I pull in somewhere and I see an RV getting propane, and I'm like, okay, well, I got 3/4 of a tank. Let's go and fill it up anyway. Right now I'm at 1/4, so it's getting down there a little scary. I'm gonna have to find propane here in the next 3-4 days for sure, because I run my fridge 100% of the time on propane. All right, let's go get parked for the night, and then Dad needs some food, and then kiddies need some food. Check. Okay, sounds good. Just relax, man. Don't worry about everything. I got it. Okay. Am I blind? What does that say? RV and bus. Well, those are some weird looking RVs. I will never in my life understand why the cars continue to park in the designated RV sites. Meanwhile, the parking lot itself is wide open. There's parking everywhere else except where it says RVs only, full of cars every single time. Whatever. You know, I'm glad I got a spot, glad they allow some overnight parking, and I'm gonna go get some grub. I got the air conditioner running on solar inside the RV for those kitties. All right, well, I went with my customary sampler here with ham, meatloaf, chicken and dumplings, mashed potatoes, mac and cheese, fried apples, and biscuits. All right, I'm gonna grub in, guys. You wouldn't like it, it's delicious. You're acting a fool. Acting a fool. I fed you before I went inside to eat. Now you need second dinner? We don't do second dinner. Sometimes you talk me into second lunches, but we don't really do second dinners, Jax. Maybe a couple treats, but we don't need a second dinner. No, we sure don't. That's right. That's right. You want some treats, though? Tara, you want some treats? Yeah, I wanted to tell you how good that ham was. It was so delicious, Jax. Okay, a little beautiful little sunset here to end the evening here at the Cracker Barrel in Ohio. Ironically, wouldn't have seen any of those neat colors with the reds and pinks and everything if there wasn't a little bit of drizzle and clouds out in the distance. So that worked out pretty well. Cracker Barrel is really my jam. I honestly, I stay at a lot more of these than I actually film at. I've never had a problem at a Cracker Barrel. They are so much quieter and better than any Walmart parking lot. It's so much better for boondocking. Now, as far as etiquette, I don't know about this because you guys know I had to park right here in the daytime because the RV sites right here were taken, right? This is where the RVs and buses are supposed to go. Am I supposed to wait till they close at 10:30 each night and then move my RV from here to here? Because you realize in the morning, if I don't wake up in time and the manager comes on, he's like, oh, that RVer who took up 5 spots when he could have parked right here. But I couldn't because, you know, so he doesn't know the whole story, but, you know, I don't know. Apparently, they just don't care because they're blocking off all the sites anyway from RVers. I do have good news, though. I've been working on editing in the RV, and I did find a Passport America campground with some openings for 2 nights next week up in Michigan. So I do have a spot to go. Otherwise, I'm officially saying goodbye and goodnight to Ohio. It has been surprisingly a really nice visit here in Ohio, and I'm pleasantly surprised. I do want to make one edit, though. I was wrong. This weekend is not the big event. This is not the main one that's like televised, and it's the big one. Now, they have soapbox races down that hill every weekend in the summertime, except for right now because of COVID and rain delays. But next weekend, I believe, is the big race that is still on, and I think people can attend this year. That's the rumor. I'm gonna have to wait and find out. I guess we all have to wait and find out, but I was wrong about the main one annual event being this weekend, so I do apologize for that. But in my defense, there was supposed to be racing today, and there wasn't. So, guys, have a great night. We're gonna be in Michigan in the next video. Yeah! Thanks for watching, guys. Good night. Bye-bye.